I'm lost in darkness, searching for light. Every step forward feels like a fight. Shadows of doubt creep in my mind, but I refuse to surrender. I must find a way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. The weight of the world crushes me down. Fear and uncertainty all around. But I deep find inner strength to face the trials length by length. A way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Through every storm, I'll find my way. Through every night, a brighter day. I'll rise from ashes, like a phoenix born. My spirit unbroken, my heart reborn. I've walked through fire and emerged scarred, but wiser, stronger, and unmarred. My existence is a test of will, of trials overcome, of a soul made bold. The weight of the world above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Day to day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help, but no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace.
What up, everybody? I forgot to take the graphic down. Of course I did. It's been a long day.
You're just so silly.
I try. Thank you for joining us. It's we're coming after a 3-hour episode of Smackdown. Chilling here to talk about it. Nick, Mac, say hello to the people.
Oh man, hello. Now I'm just to pull back the curtain. I'm getting Saskia Creations in my ear. That's just skipping over and over and over right now.
Oh, that's very late.
Oh,
We
no.
turned it off. We turned it off a while
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I might. I'm hearing it over and over and over
Oh
in my
my
ear
God.
right now.
That's
there probably
incredible.
weren't technical difficulties before us.
All right, let
getting
me.
on here.
I'm gonna try to come back in, guys. Give me 1 second, okay?
This is where it all breaks down again.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, hey
Thanks for-
people. Like John was getting ready to say before I rudely interrupted him, thank you for joining us. Honestly, after watching this 3-hour edition of SmackDown, John, I don't know about you, but man, I wish we could have had like the 2002 to 2004 episodes of SmackDown as 3-hour shows.
Yeah, it wasn't bad tonight. It wasn't as tedious as I thought it would be. I had a decent time. I had fun. Even it flew by. I wonder if every week will be this way.
After a while, I feel like it's going to lose that prime luster because I think you got
Oh, I
3
can't
hours
hear Nick
SmackDown for
again.
the first time. Oh no, I knew this was what's gonna happen. But you lose that luster, and then next thing you know, it just becomes a chore, and I'm not looking forward to
I
3
can't
hours
hear
of
anybody.
SmackDown in a few months.
Give me a second, Mac. We'll
Okay.
try to take care. We'll try to take care of you, but I just wanted to introduce that I wanted to talk about this episode of SmackDown in general before we got into everything. But we also have Wrestle Kingdom tonight, which we'll be doing live coverage of, but not a watch along. Which breaks the tradition that we've had going for like 2 or 3 years now. Unfortunately, this card just didn't inspire me to stay up all night sitting in front of a computer to give myself a headache. But if you feel differently, maybe let me know, and if I hear enough people, I'll do something about it. But it is what it is. How did we fix this last time? Nick, you want to
I
try to
think
come
Nick
back?
want. I think you want to try to come
Jeez.
back again,
All
Nick.
right, so long.
We'll talk about this episode of SmackDown. We'll start from the top. Cody
All right.
Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out, wants to cut a promo. He doesn't get very far in before he's interrupted by Drew McIntyre, who comes out, gives him a hug, and basically tries to say that they're like kindred spirits. And he's not here to hurt him. He's not on his list. He's here to help him. He wants to make friends with Cody Rhodes. He's been going around trying to make friends because he's looks like he's building or trying to build connections to get into the to be able to fight the bloodline since he probably can't do it by himself. But Cody says, I don't fucking trust you. So McIntyre slowly gets out of the ring and he says, well, then watch your back. And Kevin Owens knocks his ass out.
Yeah.
Which
And then he just stands there.
yeah, Drew is like, yeah, well, he didn't hear what he wanted to hear. Cody doesn't trust him. Well, now he gave him a reason.
Let me ask you a quick question. Why wouldn't Cody be on Drew's list? Like Cody helped Roman.
Yeah, but he doesn't care about that. He cares that those people, like all the people in the bloodline right now, screwed him specifically. I don't think Sammy was in the group at the time, but he's in the bloodline. Like he is the bloodline. They called him the Usos. Cody just helped. That's Kevin Owens' problem. Drew's like, I'll try, but it didn't seem to work out. He also tried to reach out to Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins said no. I don't know though. I don't hate the idea of Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens as a super group.
No, and you got to remember too, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre were tag team champions back in the day, so they have a lot of history together.
Cody still doesn't trust him. They didn't bring that up, did they?
No, they didn't bring it up. No, but they were tag team champions, albeit for a very small amount of time. But when you're, but they should have. They should have brought it up. Like they've been doing a lot of. They've been doing a lot of. They've been doing a lot of like history, like retelling with these storylines. So I was surprised that they didn't.
Nick is trying to get in. Good lord,
Perpetual loading screen.
that's incredible. Refresh. Anyway, yeah, 2010 tag team champions, the Dashing Ones. That's right.
That's
It's not canon anymore, I guess.
no, I guess not.
Anyway, that's how the segment ended. Cody and Kevin Owens brawled for a while, and then officials and everything came out. So, what'd you think of this?
It's really not anything we haven't seen before from Cody, coming out and just cutting a promo about his, about the ladder match and it being dangerous and hanging both belts up and that his neck is hanging. His neck is basically a graham cracker waiting to snap. It felt like typical Cody, but I did like the introduction of Drew McIntyre into it. I thought that was a nice little surprise.
Yeah, he did come out and he acknowledged that he's not even supposed to be here. He's just like, hey, this is this gimmick bullshit that let me come over here. I just want to talk. Nick, what'd you think about this opening segment on SmackDown?
I wish that they did call any form of attention to the Dashing Ones. Good. I think Matt can hear me. I wish that they would have addressed the history, and they kind of did, but I really appreciated too the swerve bro, so to speak, as Drew just immediately starts off with just a bro hug. Just bring it in, man.
Yeah.
Drew's funny. Drew's funny because he goes around and people say they can't trust him, but like, well, I'm trying to think of like when he was like a snake, like a full on snake to anybody, like recently, like the Punk thing. Like
recently, I mean, back in the day, he was when he was the chosen one. You know, he was
yeah,
just
but
a snarky piece
but
of
like
shit. You know, yeah.
and like from like let's say the Bloodline screw job or whatever when they screwed him out the title and then he was like mad at them all along and he kind of lost himself in the anger and then he was like because of that the CM Punk thing happened like in none of those situations has Drew McIntyre turned or screwed anybody. He just kind of was like a little unhinged.
Well, he did. He did get into the. He did get into the chamber. Sorry, not the chamber. The War Games. 2 years ago, what was it? The 2023 War Games he got into because he wanted to go after. He teamed with Judgment Day to go after Sammy and Jey Uso specifically. You know, he wasn't really a part of the team. He was sitting in the cage and looking at guys and telling them to shut up and stuff like that. So he's been going after the Bloodline for 2 years as a heel.
I think Cody's being a pussy. But sorry, he's being a little bitch. I mean, everybody's like, I don't trust Drew McIntyre or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a situation where that would be valid. And they were tag team champions before. You have more reason to trust him than most people in the locker room.
There's a whole background that they have.
Do you think it's just because like he has some kind of hidden agenda? Like he is trying to recruit Seth and maybe to a certain extent Kevin, you know, and
it's
and
a pretty
like,
open agenda.
He's like, well, I don't trust you because I have this title, and eventually you're going to come after me after whatever hell you got going on with the Bloodline. So I don't trust you, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Another one to remember too is when they were the tag team champions and they lost the titles to the Nexus, so they weren't afraid of standing together to fight a group much bigger than them who wanted to again just use their numbers advantage to take the titles, which they ended up doing. They dropped the titles to the Nexus, but it just goes to show they were willing to team up and fight people that have like greater numbers than they do.
Do you think this is leading to a super group?
With McIntyre, Owens, and Rollins.
Yeah, Seth. You know, maybe I don't know. Maybe another person. I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's been a long time coming now that Seth goes back heel. I think he's always been better as a heel. Kevin's obviously better as a heel, and McIntyre is killing it as a heel. He seems much cooler. He's not smiling. He's not the happy-go-lucky baby face anymore. Like, I'd love to see those three, like, as a cohesive unit. But being a cohesive unit, I still want them to like bicker with each other and take shots at each other because they're just all dicks.
Yeah,
it would be interesting. I don't for some reason I see McIntyre and Owens maybe without a third person. I don't know if they're gonna do Rollins. Rollins seems like a little much for WWE. They don't usually bunch up three large acts like that. But we'll see. I think it would be cool. I'd appreciate it. I'd like that. And I think it also hilariously beats CM Punk's worst nightmare. even if they didn't, I'd like it for that. I'd like it for that specifically.
I mean, we did have that CM Punk interaction with Kevin Owens when he was walking backstage in SmackDown. He said, "Hey, have you seen Nick Aldis's office?" And Kevin goes, "Nope," and just walked by him like,
"I don't like you." They'll work together. I'm sure they don't like each other in real life, but they'll work together.
Yeah, and it's most of the time it's the guys that don't fucking like each other in real life that have the best chemistry with each other.
It should be that way.
Yeah, there.
We moved on to the next match, which is Nakamura and Andrade, and then that's when you saw like, oh shit, they're gonna be wrestling on a blue mat. That's cool. I kind of like it. It's weird.
I do too.
Yeah, feels like they're wrestling it feels like they're brawling in a promo segment.
Yeah.
No, I legitimately thought that they just forgot to take up like the mat from everyone talking previously.
Yeah. No, they went out there. They had a decent little match. Michael Cole brought up the fact that they had a feud in New Japan. That was cool. Michael Cole's was actually more willing to bring up the Noah thing than Corey Graves was. Corey was like, Nakamura was in Japan and kind of vaguely mentioned that he had to win, and Michael Cole had to be like, "It was at Noah's New Year event."
Yeah.
But
Dude, it's fucking crazy. He got there on the first, wrestled his match, got directly back on a plane for another 16 hours, and then wrestled tonight. Like, he must be hurting, dude.
it's a wrestler's life.
Through it.
Yeah.
He
But I mean,
the
but a
thing
16-hour flight is a 16-hour flight. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
The thing that makes-
at least he's not doing the Hogan lie where he just says, because I've been traveling so much between US and Japan, brother, I've been wrestling 400 days in a year because of the time difference.
You see, brother, let me do some math for you, and then he just pulls out Scott Steiner. But
You know, I got some math for us right now. And by math, I mean I got some days for us, because the last time Shinsuke Nakamura had a match in WWE was when he won the title at War Games. And this was a non-title match, so he hasn't even defended the title since then.
Oh, wow.
he's been off TV since then.
Ever since Survivor Series, he's been off TV.
That's wild. They come out with this samurai gimmick thing, and I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it's funny that Michael Cole keeps saying things like, "This is the Shinsuke that you used to see in Japan," and I'm like, "This is slightly racist." What are you saying?
That's so
He
terrible.
He was cosplaying as Michael Jackson in Japan. What are you talking about?
He was a samurai, you see, because he was in Japan. That's what they do in Japan. They're samurais.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
Michael Cole.
Hey,
Jesus
let's get
Christ.
Carlito out here to confuse Japanese and Chinese again.
You know, Carlito never spoke. Carlito never spoke again. He never had a speaking segment again after that.
Like, you're done.
They're like, no, sir. But Nakamura retains the title. LA Knight comes out afterwards, knocks his ass out.
It was a
And then he
non-title
tells,
match, John.
oh, whatever. Then why did he even?
No title defense for
No
the
title
U.S.
defense.
champion, the Open Challenge title that they've established as such recently.
Well, if he was gonna win, why didn't they just give Andrade the title shot? Like, you assholes. He loses a contender match. He's that. I'm telling you, Andrade is perpetually in the same spot. It don't matter where he go, how much momentum he has, he will stay in the mid card and like squarely in the middle. He's not in the upper mid card where he gets a title. He's not in the lower mid card where he's a complete jobber. He is just squarely in the center of the card for his entire career.
That's
Listen, he got the speed title, which is like the lowest title. Now he's going for the mid card title and he's losing. So right back to speed with you, La Sombra. Let's go.
It'll all pay off in 4 to 5 years, and then he can say, "See, I knew it would pay off." It's like,
see, I'm a 43-year-old United States champion still on SmackDown.
we'll always have La Sombra.
he'll always have Charlotte. So yeah,
I do want to again appreciate it a little bit more though. That blue canvas, it was actually very easy on the eyes, especially compared to how busy the canvases have been as of late, covered with advertisements and a big thing of Prime right in the center.
Drink Prime.
they still have the Prime stuff in the corner, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's the what do they call it? The hydration center or something?
The
Hydration
hydration
station.
stuff. This is stupid.
The hydration station was there. I did see reports online that, contrary to what people were saying and believing, that Monday Night Raw will not have a completely red canvas, which would have been awful on the eyes with high definition cameras.
Wish it was black. I wish they go with black. Black with red ropes. Kiss.
so
Stop
cool.
playing, son. Triple H,
Hey,
are you watching? Don't be a bitch.
you know what? I actually,
Just like Cody.
I actually like the ending of this match with Andrade hitting his head off of the steel ring post in the back, and then Nakamura following up. Like, he didn't cheat. So, you know.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Mike. He's talking about Andrade. But yeah, I don't think he's buried in the mid card. I just think he's stuck. Like he's like
stuck there. Yeah.
nothing he does can get him beyond the position that he's in. And that's too bad.
Him and Carmelo are in the same position.
I don't think I think Carmelo's in a much better position than him because Carmelo is so much younger.
Well, no, I mean I'm saying like
Oh, yeah.
1B, yeah.
That's like basically Andrade is like fucking holdover. Like you're left behind. You're in the classroom with the babies. Hi, Carmelo.
How's that going?
I'm Andrade. How old are you, motherfucker?
Hey, it's okay because at least unlike Apollo Crews, he's actually getting a match.
Yeah, Apollo Crews just saw. He gets to what was he
He
doing?
gets to be on his phone backstage.
David, thank you for joining us.
Hey,
We're just talking about Andrade and his lack of a
perpetuity
momentum.
in the mid card.
Can we talk about WWE just running a joke into the ground? How many fucking times did they say Apollo Stooge?
Oh, I don't.
WWE
Those things bounce right off of me. Yeah, and that's
'cause they
another
called-
thing. And Carmelo is at least interacting with main event stars.
Yeah.
Andrade hasn't had a single conversation with Cody Rhodes. That's funny as hell.
Cody, you ran
Yeah.
the other company. You got any stroke around here?
No.
Speaking of
You wanna,
interaction,
hey, you wanna put me backwards through a flaming table again? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never again.
What's up, Nick?
I was gonna say, speaking of other wrestlers that had ceilings but are now stuck in a current spot, I think about Giovanni Vinci. His last
Giovanni
appearance
Vinci.
being December 13th, losing a dark match to Luke Gallows.
Holy shit! What the fuck happened to him? Like, whose wife did he fuck? Whose fucking shoes did he step on? Guy comes out, he gets demolished out of Imperium. He gets brought to SmackDown as a joke. Like, it was a week-long joke on him. It's a rip on him. What the fuck did he do to deserve that? I really want to know the story there.
I just know he's been losing a dark match series to Apollo Crews and Luke Gallows.
Nick says he thought they sent Cruz back to Nigeria. I found out that I'm 34% Nigerian. That's my brother Apollo Crews.
Can I just say that Nakamura's theme song is so simple, but it's so effective, man. Like that new theme
So
song is
cool.
fucking incredible.
It works. I like it.
The lighting, the song, the presentation, the belt when he comes in the ring and he just pushes himself away from the belt and bows to the belt. Like, man, I thought it was going to take like so much for them to reinvent Nakamura after they just kept trying and nothing just seemed to stick, and then they buried him and he would disappear. You know, Nick just said this was his first title defense since Survivor Series, but man, the presentation just really makes up for it when you see
It
him.
wasn't even a title defense either.
Oh yeah,
It should have been.
Yeah,
It made sense for it to be.
yeah. But no, the whole presentation with Nakamura, I just love.
It's great. It's so cool.
Yeah. The sound when Andrade's head hit the ring post was pretty freaking crazy too. It was like boom.
So the ring post was actually making weird noises all night. Actually, I was like, "What the fuck?" Nick says, "Didn't Giovanni Vinci make a crazy comment about Stratton's boobs?" I didn't know about that. I mean,
See if I can find that.
I feel like he'd be in worse trouble than buried on TV if that was the case. They'd be like an HR visit and come in like a suspension or something. You know, like it's not like back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
I
gonna
gotta see
fly
if I
in the
can
modern
find
locker
that.
room.
David Mann says Andrade's booking since returning to WWE seriously confuses the hell out of him to the point that, other than the fact that he'll soon be traveling with his wife, how was his return to WWE that much better than his time in AEW? Well, that's what I mean. He's in the same exact position he was in AEW. I'd argue he had a little bit more momentum there towards the end, but that's probably because they were trying to get him to sign.
I mean, it feels too like they picked up exactly where they left off with him during the pandemic era in the Thunderdome.
The one tipping thing on the scale would have to be traveling with his wife. That's like, if I'm gonna be in the mid card anyway, then at least I get to be with my wife. So
okay,
that-
I'm seeing a little something here.
Which is valid.
It's not verified.
don't do it. No, don't
No.
do it.
It just says no. It just says. It says there were rumors 2 months ago that
You did
Giovanni Vinci's defeats on television are a punishment due to him flirting with Tiffany Stratton backstage.
That
Kaiser
doesn't
showed
make
a-
sense.
I know it says Kaiser showed a disconnect at WWE management, and he has been in dark matches ever since.
I don't know, man. Because
It's on,
like,
it's on like two different places. It's not really verified, but yeah, I mean, if he saw it and I'm seeing it, you know, like
I would say that people say a lot of things. I would say that. Let's
Yeah,
go with
yeah.
that. Yeah. Beyond that, we got what the fuck happened next?
So
There's
we had
my
Meechin
recap.
and Piper Niven.
Piper Niven. In the beginning, it looked like Piper was going to drop Meechin on her head a couple times. Oh, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
But they got it together. They found a little flow in the rhythm, and then Meechin gets the win after 3 defeats. Chelsea Green doing her, Chelsea Green shtick on the outside. There was nothing really going on here, just kind of giving Meechin a win. Headed into her match against Chelsea Green. What did you guys think of this? Anything? Any thoughts?
Yeah. So number one, when they were doing the Chelsea Green segment last week when we were off for the holidays, Chelsea Green did not mention Piper Niven once, even though Piper Niven gave her a fucking spectacular introduction and had her on her shoulders during the actual Saturday night's main event. Now Niven comes out to Chelsea Green's music tonight, which is probably going to lead to some sort of breakup pretty soon because Chelsea's getting a big head and everything like that. But I thought the match was okay. I've seen better from Piper. If anybody's been following me on this podcast and on my Instagram, I am a big supporter of Piper Niven. I've loved her ever since she was Viper, and then the old man named her Dewdrop, and now she's back to being Piper Niven. I thought she's had better matches, but it did show that it takes a lot to put her down with 3 defeats. Yeah, I love Chelsea outside being the American Canadian hero dressed up as Wonder Woman. That was pretty good. But as far as the match went, I think it's leading to Meechin and Chelsea Green at Saturday night's main event in a rematch where Chelsea had, on the show that Chelsea won the title. I didn't expect Piper to win this, but yeah, I thought it was okay. A little sloppy at parts, but Nick.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild that it's a 3-hour show, and yet when I'm looking at the times, not counting a Tiffy time surprise later, this was the shortest match on the whole card at 6 minutes and 58 seconds, which I could see that being the time for this match on the 2-hour SmackDown, but on a 3-hour show, this was an area where I feel like these two probably would have had more planned, and maybe they threw some extra stuff in there, and it felt like there was a little bit of a disconnect. Maybe they had to cut some things going into it, but overall, it felt like both these ladies were capable of much more. But that being said, it's fun to see all 3 of them there, and whatever Meechin was attempting to do, I don't even remember what that was called. I'm not even going to say it. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, what did she call it?
She called it the no back attack or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Back attack, yeah, because she has no ass.
Long back attack. Back attack. That's funny.
The twerk, yeah, that's pretty funny.
And Michael Cole was just all in on it too.
He said Javid Mann says Nietzsche needs to beat Chelsea for that title, unless Piper is going to be the one to beat Chelsea, because her reign doesn't need to be that lengthy. I guess not. She's not like some workhorse, She's just like Chelsea Green.
Let's just
Piper
go
and
on.
Chelsea.
Hey, let's all just also appreciate one of the greatest rivalries that still to this day, even if they're in different companies, still persists. Shelton Benjamin and Mia Yim.
Oh, yeah.
I like Chelsea Green where she's at, but I think she could probably hold on to the belt a little bit longer than January 25th. That Piper Niven feud is probably the one.
She's dropping it at Mania to pivot to Piper Niven.
That would be the real feud. That would be the money feud if they wanted to do something significant with them. They've been together for a while. I think the way they got together was funny. If you think back, Piper Niven what did she just beat up Chelsea's taxi partner and say, "I'm your partner now"?
No, Chelsea was teaming with Sonya Deville, and then Sonya Deville tore her ACL, and then they just kind of in a backstage segment, kind of naturally. I think Piper stood up for somebody that was being shitty to Chelsea, but Chelsea was being shitty to them first.
No, but there was a segment where Piper walks up to Chelsea Green and she's like, "I'm your partner now," and Chelsea's like,
"Oh yeah, she threw."
Oh, what the hell? Yeah. She killed Sonya Deville. Tony,
hey.
Thanks for joining us. We're talking about SmackDown tonight. Piper Niven versus Chelsea versus fucking Meechin.
Yeah.
Possibly Piper Niven versus Chelsea Green in the future.
WrestleMania, baby.
Some time to have a real good reign, though, since she's that very first women's U.S. champion.
Yeah, you give her till April 19th or April
Yeah.
20th, and you give her a good, 5-month reign with the title.
They
That's
call
usually
her
pretty good.
Michin and Mia Yim, which I guess was a compromise because they were gonna just call her Michin straight up.
Yeah.
I think that was her choice, though. It wasn't like something that they forced upon her. You know what I'm saying?
It was just
Like,
during
yeah.
the time frame that everyone else was getting these crazy name changes out of the
Yeah.
blue.
She came out
Remind-
last week. She came out last week on SmackDown, and somebody held up a sign that said, "I was here to see Mia Yim," and she held it like right up to the camera. So they don't really give a shit.
No, but that's what I mean. It's like they use it as like a. It says Michin, Mia Yim, like
Yeah.
both of them. It's just
Yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah.
But I mean, after that segment, we had I think we had a promo video that I didn't
Naomi.
talk about here. Naomi, that's right.
Yeah.
It was pretty regular stuff. She said some generic inspirational stuff. Set to
Well,
some
did you-
really,
Michael Cole goes, "It's been 8 years since Naomi has won a world championship." Well, they just forgot completely about TNA. That's okay though.
we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
No, we don't talk about that here, even though we're in
Yeah.
a partnership.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that Naomi, people still see the Naomi heel turn as a foregone thing. They have been teasing Naomi's heel turn since she was with Bailey in the summer.
Yeah.
Then now this Jade Cargill thing, where some mystery person killed her, and Naomi benefited by becoming the champion by like default or whatever. Or she just
volunteered herself, and then Bianca's like, "Yeah, okay, that
Yeah,
works."
yeah. Nick Aldis said that he was going to strip Bianca of the titles, and Bianca said, "This title has been stripped so many times. There's been so many tournaments." And then Naomi just kind of like slid up next to him, was like, "What's up?"
The exact same night too, wasn't that where Street Profits got jumped and conveniently
Yeah.
DIY slapped themselves against the machine guns?
yeah, pretty
That was the
deadly's
one, yeah.
blaming
Yeah.
everybody backstage.
Did you guys see the photo of Jade Cargill covered, like completely nude, covered with blood on her Instagram?
Yes, but I
Yeah.
didn't think we'd have to bring that up.
No, I'm saying because there was a couple of quote tweets from like wrestlers saying like, "Oh, somebody's going to get it when she comes back" or something like that. So that's why I just brought it up.
I think David says, "How quick does Natalia turn around and beat whoever becomes the first Intercontinental Champion?" Is a feeling they're giving to Dakota Kai. I don't see it.
Yeah. No,
Mac, are you chewing your nails on fucking camera?
Sorry,
I don't
buddy.
see you up there. I don't see you up there. I'm looking at other things.
All right, it's time to start chewing too.
Yeah, Jay was on Instagram doing a Carrie impression. That's pretty much what it was. It's a good movie. The original one, anyway.
Yeah.
They remade it, right? I didn't see that. I
Yeah.
can't vouch.
Yeah,
I
they
can't
remade
vouch
it.
for it.
Yeah, no, it's no
It
good.
was art. Yeah. It wasn't-
So we had Paul Heyman come out, right? That was the next thing.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, this
Well-
was great.
Who is sliding away from the metal detector as one does.
That was funny. I thought he was gonna.
Graves goes, what? He might have something on him. Get him out of here.
I mean, that's valid. I thought he was gonna shoot Solo. I thought he should, but he did.
He's gonna pull what Tommy Dreamer was gonna do at WrestleMania to him.
Biggest pop he'll ever get. The so Heyman comes out. He cuts down the bloodline. He calls Jacob Fatu criminal, or he says an animal who can't be too far away from the United States prison system.
Yep.
Or some shit like that. And Solo
Yep.
Sikoa comes out, interrupts him, and lets him know that on Monday, Heyman's going to be holding on to the Ula Fala. And if Roman Reigns wins, Heyman can crown Roman Reigns the tribal chief, and Solo will acknowledge him. But if Solo wins, Heyman will be Solo Sikoa's wise man forever. I feel like Heyman's still got the red fucking handkerchief, and it's very obviously a thing they want you to grab onto. And I don't know if it's a red herring,
Literally.
literally, or he's gonna turn and join Solo, because otherwise the Solo Sikoa story ends on
It
Monday,
ends. Yep.
right?
Yep.
I don't know. It feels like it doesn't end on a Monday Night Raw, no matter how big the Raw is. But what else? Well, I guess you go right into the Roman Punk thing for 3 months, 4 months.
Do we get a new Bloodline member debuting? I mean, they do have
Please.
Tala Tonga waiting in the wings.
Say he can't get into anywhere besides the U.S. criminal system. That's right.
There's some very sus things that were kind of said during this promo.
Heyman says he's scared. He pissed himself. He was seconds away from pissing himself. Last time he was in there, put him through a table.
Yep.
But he doesn't fight. He doesn't protest. He just leaves and accepts the terms. So Monday, tribal combat, no disqualification, all sorts of run-ins and banana shit. The big question is, does Dwayne show up? Dwayne
On Raw?
Yeah. Because if he shows up on Raw,
Makes sense.
it would have to be during this tribal thing. Could you imagine the fucking complete story like lapse? He just shows up on Raw for some complete unrelated Cody Rhodes shit, and the bloodline thing is not my business. I guess he'd have to establish that first. I don't care about the bloodline.
Roman is winning. Roman wins. The Rock has been saying for 2 years now that he's the final boss. So, like, you got to go Rock and Roman at WrestleMania, right?
Well, that's definitely going to happen sometime years from now. That's not. I don't know that he's going to be here to set anything up for WrestleMania. I just think that he's he's on the board of directors. It's the first episode of Raw on Netflix. This is their $5 billion partnership. It could be a $10 billion partnership. He's going to be there.
He's going to show up and go like this, right?
Pretty much. No, it's 2 now. 2. And then at SummerSlam, he'll give you the 1. And then in 2026, he just fists.
And then 2027, he starts to kind of dissipate. It starts vanishing.
Oh, so he'll come out at the Rida Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble and just do the fist, right?
Nick says he thinks Hikuleo will probably show up. They probably signed him just to sit in some more. No, I think. Nothing. I wonder if they would bring him right to the main roster. I guess they would. Lance Anoa'i is the one that was in the PC and in the PC pictures and shit. Hikuleo is fine. He's fully developed, I guess.
Established. They love their tall men.
Yeah. He's pretty tall. He's tall as fuck. Yeah, he's long. He's got like long limbs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure they were probably doing whatever they needed to with getting him into that WWE style, the WWE seasoning at the Performance Center.
That's probably going to be his name, Nick. Tonga Tallman.
No way.
Tallman, the Samoan Tallman.
This has got to be fake.
What?
Let me.
I think like when we looked at like Dax versus Dynamite Kid. Remember?
I think I have a picture of the canvas for WWE Raw.
I'm scared.
No. This can't be real, but it looks
it's not red.
Very real. It is not red, and as we predicted, black. Right?
What?
Yeah. Right? Oh, not bad. But here's the catch. It's so funny. Oh boy, 1 second, 3, 2.
I'm terrified of this.
1.
Is it covered in advertisements? Of course it is.
Oh, there we go.
God. I know
Snickers.
That's not Fortnite right in the middle.
That is Fortnite directly in the center.
No, that can't be real.
Why does Netflix get to be on the side when they're the ones hosting the whole event, but Fortnite gets
That's why.
That looks like a fucking boxing ring. That's not real.
I wanted to say it isn't real, but the Photoshop here would have to be like immaculate.
Dude, I graduated in graphic design.
Look at this shit. Look at this Snickers logo with the wrinkles.
That just doesn't look right, man.
With the canvas. With the canvas wrinkles.
Yeah, I know.
Good. This is real. That's funny as hell.
Little Nate out there.
Yeah, this. There he is, right there.
Head ring crew.
There he is doing a cartwheel.
It would be.
Love that.
We'll see. Hey, listen, it is what it is. They're just gonna bump on top of it anyway. And these are all like pretty common WWE brands: Snickers, Cricket.
Cricket gets
Fortnite.
two of them.
What the fuck is this beer thing? Let me see if I can
Oh,
get
it
the
looks
banner.
like, yeah, the corner
Oh, it looks like
ones get
Real
doubles.
American Hogan beer.
Who? I don't drink beer. What is that? Real American
That's
beer?
Real American's Hulk Hogan's beer.
Get
No
the fuck
way.
out of here.
Brother.
Is it?
He was
Dude,
in
he
one
was
of the
just
promos.
promoting. He did a fucking promotion for
It is.
fucking WWE tonight.
Oh man, it is.
Hogan's beer,
Oh.
dude.
Crushable light
That's
beer, brother.
fucking hilarious. I don't even know what the other one is
There's a
in the
shirt
other
they
corner.
have that's in the Hulk Hogan font. You know, it's all like red on the yellow background. It says, "What you gonna brew?"
Oh, fucking kill me.
I'm done.
The
Stream over.
Fortnite in the center got me crying. That's incredible. Okay, well, that's.
Stupid Hogan.
I love the idea that like Hulk Hogan's now politicking through the sponsors. Like, yeah, you know what works for me, brother, though, is if mine's in the middle instead of Fortnite.
Sorry,
Nick, I'm-
Fortnite. Epic has a lot of fucking money.
I'm gonna show up on Monday, brother,
Yeah.
or maybe not.
He said, "No way they put that on a canvas."
I look at how packed the canvases were at War Games.
David says to bring us back on track. I guess David says he has to believe The Rock shows up on Monday, possibly twice, to get involved in the Roman solo match. But there's unfinished business between him and Cody. I remember hearing that they filmed something between them at the Moana premiere, and then it never aired. It should just be like,
Until now.
if they wanted to really do something interesting, it should be Cody Rhodes walking up to him being like, "This is what the fuck you skipped out on WrestleMania for, you little bitch," and they like fight backstage
Yeah,
at the Moana premiere.
Cody wore his weight belt to the Moana premiere.
Oh shit! I definitely think he'll be there Monday. He's almost got no choice. Like, it's your job. Get to it. Get on the plane. Clang and bang your stupid ass over here.
Get him on the plane, so get over there.
We had the WWE Tag Team Championships on the
What a
line.
match.
DIY defending against Motor City Machine Guns. It was a pretty good match.
That was great.
They went out there. They did a lot of cool shit. And I'm like, I love the Motor City Machine Guns, and they're doing their shit, and I'm into it. And it kind of occurred to me, like, there's a lot of people that have never seen this before. The fucking double team stuff that they do that I'm taking for granted right now. This has got to be like blowing people's fucking minds if they just like have never seen Motor City. This had to be even better for them.
So can I
Right.
just mention one thing, John? We had a backstage segment where Pretty Deadly was talking to Apollo Crews, and then the DIY walked up and said, "If you want to get to the front of the line, we are the guys that can make it happen as long as, you know, we retain our titles tonight. So can you make sure that we retain our titles tonight?" And they walk away.
They basically tricked them, coerced these foolish children.
Mhm.
And yeah, so they come out towards the end of the match and they get chased off by Legado de Fantasma because of their shit talking backstage where they blame them for taking out Montez Ford or whatever. So the fucking chase crashes into the ring and makes the match end in a no contest.
Now, John,
Pretty good
he
match.
had Gargano in the Border City stretch, and Corey
Yeah.
Graves made it a point to say that Gargano years ago got
He
that move
stole
from
it.
Shelley
He said he
stole it from-
stole it.
Stole it.
Yeah.
That's really good that they can do that, though. That they can acknowledge that here.
So they both had. So Saban and Shelley both had them in the Border City stretch, and Berto gets in the ring and tackles one of them Pretty Deadly, and they fall over each other like a Three Stooges skit, and it ends in a no contest.
Got to get a fatal four-way soon now.
Fatal four-way sounds like what's going on. David says he loved this tag team match and both teams, but damn, the fan reaction was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Triple H slowly building the tag division back up. Slowly is what Triple H does best, for better or worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
daddy. That's the way to do it too.
Did you guys see at the beginning of the match when the Motor City's music went off and the helicopters went off and Gargano went like this and was looking up in the sky for helicopters?
Yeah, they're funny. They're funny heels. It's like Ciampa overselling it like outside. It's funny stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see the Fatal Four Way probably on Saturday night's main event. That would be really cool. I'm down for that.
That's gonna be great.
That'll be fun with those four teams.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I love when Gargano was like, "You're pretty and you're deadly."
Sure was our truth in there.
He called me pretty. So we had a backstage segment where Sami Zayn gets confronted by Carmelo Hayes until the Usos walk up and Carmelo Hayes leaves because he don't want to get jumped. So they kind of brother each other. I love you. You go brush your hair, and then Sammy walks off screen, and in walks Kevin Owens, who bumps the shit out of Jey Uso, and he's like, "Watch where you going," and Kevin says, "Watch your back." He's like, "I'm here to drop some foreshadowing. Excuse me, you're in my way. I'm trying to make an Easter egg."
This is all interesting foreshadow because earlier Drew McIntyre said to watch out, and Kevin Owens gets involved and attacks Cody. Where over here, Kevin Owens says, "Watch your back," and then later on, Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
They're definitely working together, but I am more interested in how separate they've kept Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens deliberately.
Well, he's only mentioned it once in the car. That was it.
It's to the point where Sammy literally walks off screen the moment before Kevin Owens walks on in the same segment. So like that, at this point, we are building towards some final confrontation. David says Fraction is getting on his nerves in NXT. He's about to make an executive fan decision and split them up. 3-year teaser, they break up. I don't think that they're teasing I don't think that they have been teasing a breakup this long. I think that's just meant to be their dynamic for a while.
Yeah, they're two fucking guys with an ego, so
eventually it'll burst, but like the idea is that they're supposed to exist like that for a little bit. And you think like, is it gonna happen? But I like Fraxium. I think they found their thing, because they could have been lost in the shuffle by themselves. They would have been lost in the shuffle by themselves.
Yeah. No, I love them. I think they're great. Yeah.
Very cool. But what happened next?
So we had a backstage segment with Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, where Nia asked Candice if she's seen Tiffany, and she said she hasn't seen or heard from her all day. Nia says she's not answering her phone either, and Candice says, "Do you think it's because of what you said last week?" And Nia kind of dissed Tiffany, told her she wasn't on her level, and that she was never going to be champion. Blah 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 blah. Candice says, "Well, at least you have me." And Nia goes, "Yep, okay, well, let's go." And they go to the ring.
Hey, I like them together, honestly, like as a permanent thing, because you don't have to worry about Candice like overshadowing Nia, or like the Tiffany Stratton thing where Tiffany's obviously got a rocket on her back and you're waiting for it to break up. It's like they gave Nia it could be like a permanent second person for her stories. Right? What else is Candice doing? Right?
Nothing.
Honestly, this is already
Speed
made
champion.
her a more interesting WWE character than anything they've done with her here, because they haven't done shit with her here.
She's the inaugural Speed champion.
Is she?
Yeah, she's the women's Speed champion. Yep.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that because
came out with the belt one time on SmackDown, and then you never saw that shit again.
They were like, "Get that shit off! Fuck!
Yeah,
who let her out there? Who let her out there? She's wearing a fucking belt.
The Teslas are arriving.
Belt off TV.
That's our shame. We don't want that shown." So, but no, she's dressing differently. The makeup team is putting an effort into her. It's good. It's good for Candice. I'm happy to see her with Nia Jax here. We also got
good.
Around this time, we got the announcement or the report that the Royal Rumble 2026 is going to be taking place in Saudi Arabia.
And it's not the greatest Royal Rumble either.
No, the real one.
Yeah.
The actual Royal Rumble 2026 in Saudi Arabia. Now the question is, one day or two?
I mean, if you're going all the way out there, you might have to do two.
Yeah.
I think they're doing 2 days, yeah.
I guarantee that's what they requested was the double. And I just want to say, man, Saudi Arabia gets the Royal Rumble before Chicago.
That's painful. I got to go to my first Royal Rumble last year. It was fun, but the problem is that all these fucking theme songs, you didn't know them, so we were like, we had to wait for the name to show up on screen for a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's who that is. I'm very excited to see you.
You want to hear something funny? So I was listening to another podcast the other day, and
Don't do that.
I know.
Only
I
Dirt
purposely
Sheet
didn't mention the
Radio.
podcast, but no, it's a Deadlock podcast. They're great. But I was listening, and I guess one of the guys went to the 2024 Royal Rumble, and he hadn't watched like modern day wrestling in like 10 years, and he heard "Viva la Raza," and he was like, "What the fuck? What?"
Yeah, no, Mac. Okay, so like I was watching it with some of my buddies, and we were just hanging out, and they are very much kind of lapsed wrestling fans. Everyone was huge back in the day, but nowadays not so much. But Royal Rumble's our tradition, so we always got to get together and watch it. And yeah, the moment Viva La Raza, everyone's like, "What is this? Like, what?
What have they done?" Necromancy. No, I watched the show and I still can't get used to like for the first few weeks my heart would have an instant like what the fuck
Who's this?
whose idea was this is my question. Why did we stick with this for so long? Fucking kill me. Anyway,
I guess that's why they've been pushing those words in the beginning of the song so much, like El Idolo and role model. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, it's Bailey.
fucking garbage. I heard the issue is that WWE doesn't pay residuals. Like they pay a one-time fee. And somebody doesn't want to get paid once for some real hard work. They want to keep getting paid every time you fucking hear it. So people don't that Def Rebel dude isn't putting in his best effort because he just didn't get paid for it. That's a shame, but that's the way life goes.
Hey, at least they got Solo's music right.
It is time. It really is time. It's Tiffy time.
Tiffy time.
Nia Jax comes out and faces Naomi, and they had a decent match. Naomi,
I like this match.
At one point, Candice gets involved, and then Bianca fights her off, and then Nia Jax takes out Bianca, and then Naomi tries to take Nia Jax, but she cannot. Tiffy comes out, distracts. She just distracted one ref. No, bullshit. Candice distracted the ref. Tiffy threw her Money in the Bank ref into a corner so Nia wouldn't see him. And then
they had a double down. They had a double down where Nia was going to body slam Naomi off the top rope. Naomi reversed it in kind of like a Michinoku driver power slam. And then Tiffy's music hit. She ran down with the referee, and as the referee was about to ring the bell, she just like fucking picked him up by his ass and fucking shoved him over the barricade. And then she grabbed the briefcase, hit Naomi in the face. Naomi was in perfect position for the fucking Nia Jax ass drop. And the Annihilator, I think she calls it.
Annihilator. Hey, it's just as good as anything else.
Yes, I mean, it's a good name, yeah. And
Yeah.
she pinned Naomi.
And she goes up there for another one. Right? She was gonna double dipping on the ass drop.
Well, it looked like she got in the ring and she smiled at Nia and she smiled at Candice, and then she was like, go ahead. And she went up for another one, and that's when Tiffy put the M from the Money in the Bank briefcase right into Nia's back.
She shoved it in her ass. Wow. Pulled that shit back out, gave it to the ref. Ring the bell.
Dude, she threw Candice.
No, bullshit. Before she rings the bell, fucking Bianca Belair is still mad about the Nia Jax taking her out earlier. Yeah. And she comes in and hits her with the KOD. And then Tiffy's like, get the fuck out the way. Get the fuck out the way.
Out you go. No interference.
Like the end of Nightmare on Elm Street when the mother got pulled through the door. She just pulled her out through the room.
Get the fuck out. Cash in. Prettiest moonsault ever. She fucking... She was so excited that she actually like hit this one a little like when they showed it in slow motion, it was like, oh, that was a close one. But big moment for Tiffany Stratton. Bow. It is Tiffy time. She looks like a very, very large Sabrina Carpenter. Like
she does.
Like an evolved, absolutely. Like Sabrina Carpenter evolves into Tiffany Stratton.
She looks like if Sabrina
Matt Chop
Carpenter.
and Matt Champ.
You know what she looks like? Sabrina Carpenter is Steve Rogers pre-super serum.
Oh shit. No, they're good. They're both very pretty. Is what I mean. Yeah, that was really cool. I know a lot of little girls are happy. I know a lot of little girls are Tiffany Stratton fans.
Yeah,
So this would be interesting to see her as a babyface now, that was a big ass babyface moment.
Hey, from bell to bell, that was eight solid seconds.
Wow.
David Mann says he was wondering if we were going to see the Jade make her return to attack Naomi or Bianca, as well as Tiffany Stratton. I
It's
think
gonna be
they're holding
Naomi.
on to the Jade thing.
Yeah, too soon.
Yeah, it's going to be Naomi though. It's got to be Naomi.
You had
Probably
enough
the Royal
chaos
Rumble.
with all the women involved in there, and then the cash in.
Yeah.
I imagine it'll be a Rumble. We'll see though.
Yeah. I'm watching a GIF of Bianca Belair going over the announce table.
David says this might be the first time she didn't absolutely nail her finisher. That's what I'm saying. Like, she was so excited. She was like, "Oh my god!"
Excitement and having to do it very fast, I'd say.
In seconds.
Yeah.
So we actually had a bit of time. Like, there was a lot of time between this and the fucking bell ringing for the next match.
Yeah,
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Because I was looking on I was doing the recap, and I'm like, "Damn, I haven't posted anything in like 10 minutes." But it was just fucking entrances. Oh, LA Knight comes out and he gets his match for next week. He says,
Oh yeah, he attacked Nakamura earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
he says he saw other people attacking Nakamura and getting title shots, and or they used to attack him and get a title shot. So that's what he's gonna do, and he got his match next week. Nakamura versus LA Knight. Good for him. He won't win.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
No. No.
No.
No. No.
Hey, did you guys see the LA Knight at the live event where he did the dummy? Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
didn't
He
see
came
that
out.
at all.
He goes. I got an open challenge tonight. He goes. I know I'm not the United States champion, but I know there's some guy back there, some dummy. Yeah, that wants to take me on.
That's good.
Yeah.
He hit like 8 times in this shit earlier tonight. He's just like, yeah. I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Firing it more than we hear,
Brother. Anyway,
Someone
we
a
had
Red Bull before they came out.
Jacob Fatu talk us to the ring. I love you,
Yeah.
Solo. Every
that
day
shit
I
was
wake
hilarious.
up, I think of how much I love you, Solo. And I will destroy anybody who doesn't acknowledge my tribal chief. I fucking love Jacob Fatu so much. You know what? I wonder though, like, if Roman Reigns was to win on Sunday, does Jacob Fatu's allegiance automatically go to Roman? Like, that's
I love you, Roman.
I love you, Roman.
Hey, John, you were talking earlier about, not posting for 10 minutes. I have an interesting stat for you. The entrances and commercial break took 10 minutes and 36 seconds. Then we came back from the next break. They wrestled for 2 minutes and went back to another 4-minute and 18-second break.
Oh man.
That's a fucking nature of advertisement, I guess.
So get this. So it was 15 minutes and 3 seconds between entrances and 4 minutes of wrestling, then another commercial break.
Ad time.
Get that
baby.
money.
We're not
Get
putting
that
the
money.
ads on the canvas, so we got to get them during the breaks.
Yeah.
This is the clean show. We'll put him out. Anyway, I watched it on YouTube with the rest of the world. That was interesting.
Yeah.
But the final match of the night, the main event, 6-man tag, the Usos, Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy
Oh, it warmed my
versus
heart.
Me, Uso.
the Bloodline. That was very cool. I was like, that's real.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I said it warms
Think
my
back
heart
over
in the group
years.
chat.
Oh no, David's right. He said, "Wait until we get the I hate you Solo."
I hate you, Solo, and he just kills him.
Oh my god, we should never see him again after that.
Who, Solo?
Yeah, they should kill him. But I don't. I guess it doesn't
Write
work
him
that way.
off like
But
that. He comes back with a mask later.
Solo Luchadora.
El
We
Hio, El
fucking
Hio de Solo.
He becomes La Sombra, and then Andrade is just even further down the card.
What happened? What happened, Papa?
They're like, he can use it. You don't get to, Andrade.
Solo's bloodline defeats Sammy J and Jimmy the Usos clean as fuck. I'm sorry. That shit was. I was like, damn.
Well, not really. Drew
I mean, they was fucking. They were in the
Walking
that
into
shit.
people. What you talking about?
That shit happened. They were in here. Sammy had the Jay got the full advantage, but he was fucking dumb. And he pinned the wrong person. And Solo just walked in and spiked his ass and pinned him. That's clean as fuck.
That was a great ending. He had him with the leg like this, and he just came in and was like, ah!
That was a good looking Simone Spike as well.
It was. And I'm telling you, I know the Drew stuff happened, but Solo got this win. He earned it. He earned that shit.
He was smart and strategic.
It's not his fault. His brother was a dummy. Yeah.
He was smart and strategic as a tribal chief should be.
He was distracted, you see. Drew made Jay forget that he wasn't legal. Or Drew yeah. But
I love you,
point
Drew.
saying that Solo is being more active as a leader in Roman and not just expecting everybody to do his bidding around him.
Yeah, where the fuck was Roman? They could have used his help. This guy is an asshole. I don't know why people think he's turned babyface. He's a complete heel dick. I need help winning war games. And then he wins war games and disappears. What a dick. Oh, hey. I'm going to be fighting Solo, so could you be around the ring for me on Monday? Yeah, I would not show up.
Yeah,
I probably
you know which tribal chief has stuck around? Solo.
Yeah.
Taking it all. I love Solo now. I've come around on him.
Like, I love you, Solo.
How many times in the group chat have I just said randomly Solo with the fucking with the finger?
This is Cody's neck tattoo got bigger. No, that's just his ego. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
We missed one thing, guys.
Raheem Rhodes.
What's that?
So we missed a backstage segment with Nick Aldis talking to Cody as Cody was walking out, saying that Cody is becoming a danger to himself because he was fighting with Kevin tonight, not being medically cleared. And if Cody doesn't listen, he'll take Cody out of the fight himself. Cody says, "You're a great boss. You've been a great boss on SmackDown, but I'm going to do what I have to do regardless of my status." And I think John just died.
Danny Ocean's here, ladies and gentlemen. I love you, Danny.
I love you, Danny Ocean. We all just turned on John for leaving.
Someone's fuck super kick.
But yeah, Nick, well, overall, like John's gone, what did you think of the show, buddy?
You know, overall, show-wise, it felt like a very fast, swift 3 hours. Some matches dragged on more so than others, and I think with this main event 6-man tag, I thought towards the end it started to feel like it was kind of dragging on, which makes sense. It was the longest match of them all at 22 minutes, 38 seconds, but still, it feel like maybe we could have thrown a couple minutes elsewhere. Like, I don't think they needed all 22 minutes. I'm sure Michin and Piper Niven could have made better use of that extra time.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, fellas. I keep pressing this back button by accident, and it keeps kicking me the fuck out. But I'm back. I'm alive. The Cody thing. His tattoo's bigger than he is, says Robert. The Cody thing is interesting because I hope that I keep hoping that Kevin Owens somehow wins the title. I'm like,
John,
he dangered himself.
John.
I hope
He's
he hurts it.
not.
I hope he's hurt then. Not like hurt in real life, but in story. I hope he walks into this match hurt so that Kevin can win. And they can be like, oh, but the babyface was injured. You know how that goes.
I love the idea that nothing gets settled in the ladder match. Like they each just grab their respective title.
Fuck. Put them back up there. No, fuck that. I do like that they really incorporated, like they found a way to make the Winged Eagle be on TV for 4 weeks. Like, fuck it. I appreciate that they did that. They didn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
that's
they
great,
put it
man.
in the graphic too. It's got
Yeah.
half World Championship, half
Yeah.
Winged Eagle. Really cool stuff. Anyway, that was
What's the idea
SmackDown.
that now that's like the little thing they're doing the exhibition of, and they're just having a Winged Eagle World Tour now?
So Nick Aldis also made a point to say that Cody, even though Cody's been on the house shows and I'm sure he's seen it, but Nick Aldis made it seem like he didn't. He goes, "There's another guy running around here with the title saying that and they're announcing him as the WWE champion on live events." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's cool, I guess."
Now, time to look back and see if that's actually happening.
Yeah.
So end of the night, we got a couple things to talk about. Jobber of the night tonight. That's the Raw one, but I didn't upload the SmackDown one yet.
Oh, the John Cena.
Jobber of the night, fellas. Did you have a jobber tonight who looked like the biggest loser?
Nick, you want to go first? I'm still kind of thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Biggest loser, honestly, I have to say Andrade. Nothing screamed, wow, you truly are stuck in your role quite like the way that he lost yet again in this non-title match. This was a qualifier for him to get the title shot, which is for an open challenge championship.
Yeah.
That was rough, and just from everything we've talked about earlier, man, it feels like there's such a ceiling for La Sombra, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Andrade.
You know how funny it is that LA Knight attacks Shinsuke Nakamura and just gets a title shot next week.
Yeah.
And Andrade was here fighting for one and lost like a loser.
Well, who's stupid in that situation? It's Andrade. For not
Fucking
attacking him.
Andrade.
Sorry, Mr.
I would
Shadow.
simply come out next week and fuck that match up.
Yeah.
I'm not playing with you guys.
I come out in the La Sombra mask and be like, "I'm not Andrade. I don't know what you're talking about."
I'm just the Shadow.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh my God. An Alec Baldwin reference. Wow.
Hey Benta, I hope you're taking notes. That's a good one. Oh fuck. I think he'll be better off than Andrade, honestly.
I had a tough jobber of the night, but I'm going to go with Jey Uso because he's been taking L after L after L. He's been pinned like 4 times in the past like 6-7 weeks. Like he got pinned on Raw, he got pinned on SmackDown. Like, yeah, man. I mean, I mean, when he comes out, the crowd still explodes for him. You know, they kind of do with LA Knight. You know, but man, he's been taking L after L. If I was anybody in this situation, give the L to Jimmy. Like Jimmy really doesn't have anything going on right now. And in that match, I don't know if you guys saw, but I wanted to make a point to say it. Jimmy went for a splash and kind of like landed on his knees before he landed on Jacob Fatu. And Corey Graves goes, "I think he's still a little hesitant about the splash that's breaking his toe." And I was like, that is a good callback.
Yeah.
That was a really good callback. But yeah, my jobber of the night's Jey Uso. I love him. I think he's great, but he's just been taking way too many L's for my liking.
Yeah, my jobber of the night from the beginning was gonna be Andrade, because just how fucking stuck in the mid card for the rest of his life he is, and just the idea that he couldn't even get a title shot, and LA Knight can ask for one and get one. Like, damn, you're a loser in kayfabe. In real life, you can't get out the mid card. You're the jobber of the fucking year so far. It's been 3 days.
Freaking open challenge title.
Yeah. Get put through another flaming table now.
But I think honestly it would have been better for his career if he had stood, but it's better for his personal self to be with his wife. I understand. But Megastar of the night, whose banner simply did not come up in time. There.
There's the Raw. Yeah. So want me to go first?
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. So I'm going with Tiffany Stratton. She's a star.
Time.
She's gonna be a great women's champion. Unfortunately, I think she's won the title at the wrong time because it looks like from all her social media posts that Charlotte Flair is coming back, and WWE kind of made it a point the other day to not WWE, but like there was a bunch of sites saying like, "Oh, Charlotte Flair. It's been 2 years since Charlotte Flair has been the champion. Came back and beat Ronda Rousey on that night that Rousey wrestled like 3 times, and then Charlotte stole the title from her." But I think, I don't know where they're going to go with this. Maybe Nia again. I don't know. I mean, Nia's going to come for revenge. You're probably going to have a couple of matches with Candice, maybe. Yeah, I think Charlotte's coming back soon. She's going to come for that title. So I don't know, but I'm just going to enjoy it while I'm at it. So yeah, Tiffany Stratton's my megastar of the night.
It's a dream match. Can't you see? They're both blonde.
And look like each other.
I don't see it.
I see it a little bit.
The old regime shines through.
Nick,
this is a tough one because honestly, for 3 hours, the show flew by pretty fast. A lot of people looked great and tremendous, but I keep zeroing back in on one person in particular, and that, my friends, is I was given 1 minute.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's one person in particular I was seeing, and that's, I keep zeroing in on Shinsuke Nakamura. The dude's got a presence. The dude had aura. He made sure Andrade stayed in the mid card, and even though this was non-title, he was fighting like it was for the title, and I appreciate everything about that. His theme song's great. He's great. I'm glad to see him finally getting the push he deserves.
That's good stuff. Hard to disagree. Tonight, my megastar of the night is pretty obvious. It's Tiffany Stratton because it is Tiffy time. It's finally Tiffy time. Mac pretty much hit it all on the head earlier. I mean,
was that a Vader sign in the crowd there?
Actually, let's see.
On the right?
It's Vader time. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
The Tiffy. It says the Tiffy something. It's Vader time.
Okay.
But
all right. Have they come out with the giant elephant mask that Vader would come out with? And the steam shoots out.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was SmackDown. That was the SmackDown post-show rewind. That's the wrong theme song.
Oh, that's all right.
Damn.
Oh, there it is.
Join us every single day after every single major professional wrestling event, except for Wrestle Kingdom, because I'm not going to be able to get a show done in time. But we'll be returning on Monday night after the post show, after WWE Monday Night Raw, for the post show of the first ever Netflix episode of Raw. Join us. We'll be there on Sunday. Tyler and CJ this Sunday will be premiering their weekend wrestling roundup with a W. 3NT Wrestling also on Sunday. On Tuesday, the NXT New Year's Evil post show rewind. On Wednesday, we'll be on after Dynamite. On Thursday, after Impact. And on Friday, we'll be right back here after SmackDown. January 10th, join Nick and Mac. They will be doing the WCW Green 2001 review. Masochists. As well as the Doshi Radio flagship show that's available everywhere podcasts are found, as well as video shows. I am shouting for help because I am fucking dying. Thank you all for joining us. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my scrotum. You guys have a good night.